Good Tuesday morning, South Florida. Morning field meteorologist Julie Durda. We're going to have another hot day, but not hot enough to have our heat indices meeting the criteria of a heat advisory. As we're introducing a better chance of some showers. They will be scattered today. Not everybody dealing with the downpours. Tomorrow, though, we will have a better chance of these downpours becoming more widespread. And then we dry out by the end of the week and we'll expect another hot weekend. As for right now, we're waking up to mostly dry conditions and we should stay mostly dry till this afternoon. And then the storms that do develop will be sea breeze driven and then they will push towards the metro coastal areas. Going into tomorrow, an even wetter weather pattern will be in place with those scattered storms around. And then we will notice the disturbance that we're watching just off our coastline, continuing to keep that moisture content in place as we move into your Thursday, and then drier air moves in Friday into the weekend. Tomorrow it puts us under that level 1 flood threat with those showers and storms moving in from the Atlantic. Your 7-day forecast looks like this. As we wake up this morning, dry. We'll see those afternoon storms. Tomorrow, better chance of storms in the forecast. We dry out and we heat up as we go into the weekend. I hope you have a great day. I'm morning field meteorologist Julie Durda. First 10 minutes of the newscast, we promise you that update. And so that area we've been watching in the tropics has a 0% chance of development in the next 2 to 7 days. But we are watching a lot of Saharan dust. And the reason I'm bringing that to your forecast is because by the end of the week and into the weekend, it's going to be back here in our own backyard. More details on that coming up.
South Florida, it's going to be hot. Pump the ACs as you head out the door in those cars of yours. The road's looking pretty good, though. I-95 at Northwest 17th Street. You can see your north and southbound lanes moving smoothly for now. Let's take you over to your maps so you can see some things I need to point out to you. Right here, everything looks pretty good in the green. Let's take you to an area where we're seeing some delays because of an accident, the first one of the morning. This is the Don Chula Expressway going northbound, approaching Sunset Drive. You 2 right lanes blocked here, so things are moving pretty slowly here at 8 miles per hour. You've got a pretty large chunk of red, and this typically gets congested as you approach Kendall Drive at this hour in the morning. So now it's even worse because of this accident. So if you'd like to avoid this, take the Palmetto Expressway instead, but definitely be considering this if you're heading out the door and this is part of your commute. I'll leave you with some drive times. Broward County, you guys are accident free. Oh, this is not Broward County, but this is I-75 rather. This is going northbound. Palmetto to 595 will take you 13 minutes, and 2 Pines Boulevard, it'll take you 8 minutes. Be safe.
New overnight.
For today, the changes are there is that chance of showers later this afternoon as temperatures right now in the lower 80s, mostly clear skies and dry conditions. Temperatures upper 70s for you in Homestead. Winds moving in from the west. That westerly component to the breeze is what's going to steer the storms towards the metro coastal areas today. As for dew points, we're in the mid to upper 70s, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and into the Keys. So our feels like temperatures are in the mid to upper 80s. So it does feel pretty warm out there already before the sun even comes up, low 90s in Key West. As for showers, much in the way of precipitation has stayed offshore. Widening the view, we do have a system across parts of the Midwest, bringing them some severe weather. And then we have this upper level disturbance just off the coast of the Carolinas. So severe weather from Montana to Minneapolis, while much of the nation is dealing with the heat wave. Out west, we have 86 degrees in Phoenix. We have 80 in Memphis, so it's pretty warm. Even Pensacola at 82 degrees. Once the sun does come up, millions of Americans still under these heat alerts from Minneapolis all the way to the Panhandle, Florida, from heat advisories to excessive heat watches to excessive heat warnings. Now for us, our forecast is lucky because we have that ocean air rolling in, but we also have it accompanied with this upper level disturbance. This disturbance is bringing us those showers in the forecast today. Now with our winds moving in at the surface from the west to the east, it will steer the component of the storms towards the metro coastal areas. Tomorrow we'll do it all over again with those scattered storms possible. But because the storms are scattered, we still have plenty of areas that are going to heat up. Our feels like temperatures could reach up to 109 degrees in Miami, 102 in Pembroke Pines. And then a better chance of storms rolls in for your Wednesday before another round of that drier Saharan dust moves in going into Friday and the weekend. As for the flood threat, there is that possibility of us seeing some flooding concerns just because the storms will be slow moving towards our coastline. So if you want to head to the beach or do some boating, I highly suggest it. Get out there early, like between sunrise till about lunchtime. There's a low risk of occurrence for beachgoers. Boaters, the bays will be at a light chop. For you in the Keys, also light chop with a south breeze, 5 to 10 knots. 7-day forecast. Rain gear today. Even if you don't see the showers, at least you'll have it. Tomorrow you might see a better chance of those storms in your neighborhood, and then rain chances go down by Friday.
South Florida, we're taking a look at your roads here. You are taking a live look right now at the Don Chula Expressway. This right here is approaching Sunset Drive. It's going northbound. You can see that your right shoulder is blocked. You do have an accident there, so things are moving pretty slowly rather, on the Don Chula in this area. You can see some emergency vehicles there, and there's a red car involved. So definitely give yourself a little extra time. Otherwise, you can take the Palmetto Expressway in this area. This is what it looks like on your maps. So you do see some red here, but it's not as congested as it was a little while ago. Your right shoulder is blocked before it was two right lanes. So you guys are looking pretty good there. I'll leave you with some drive times here. This is I-75, the Palmetto Expressway to I-595. Will take you 13 minutes, and the Palmetto to Pines Boulevard will take you 7. Be safe.
That, hey, Julie.
That's right, Andrew. Alexa, South Florida, and that beautiful view behind you guys from our Hollywood Beach cam just explains the warmth, as so does our Fort Lauderdale Tower cam. As our temperatures are in the lower 80s, mostly clear skies, dry conditions. What a wonderful way to start your Tuesday. It's spectacular out there, just warm and humid, but we're no stranger to these elements. Winds are moving in from the west today, so this is the big change. Our feels like temperatures right now are in the 90s in Key West. We have the low to mid to upper 80s in Broward and Miami-Dade. Watch my in-house model compared to yesterday. We started off with mostly sunny skies and dry conditions. We'll do that again today, but then the storms that do erupt this afternoon will be pushing towards the metro coastal areas, and that's because of the shift in the wind direction that we'll be dealing with. As for the forecast, we'll start off with those lower 80s, tons of sunshine out there, so our feels like temperatures will heat up in a hurry. Highs will be in the 90s with those scattered storms around, but not everybody deals with the downpours. We're all going to still have to deal with the heat. Look, our feels like temperatures anywhere between 100 to 109 degrees later this afternoon. As for showers, we're rain-free for now, so let's get to the tropics. First 10 minutes of the newscast, we promise you this tropical weather update, and boy, I'm happy to tell you things are quiet. That area we are watching no longer being tracked by the National Hurricane Center, but what we are tracking is a lot of Saharan dust. That's going to be returning to our forecast by the end of the week. Those details coming up.
South Florida, let's take a look at your roads. Happy Tuesday morning. Things are starting to pick up out there. This right here is the Don Chula Expressway as you approach Sunset Drive. This is going northbound, so you can see you've got some bumper-to-bumper traffic there because of an accident that happened. You can see all of that activity right there on your right shoulder. As they move the camera a little closer, you can also see that there's a red car involved there in that crash. So definitely give yourself a little extra time here. Otherwise, take the Palmetto Expressway if you're headed northbound. Let me give you another look here on your maps at what that looks like. Here, you speeds coming in as slowly as 13 miles per hour, so definitely put some good music on, or like I said, take the Palmetto instead. Let me take you over to another area we're seeing some delays. I just want to show you the Golden Glades interchange. It's not looking too bad right now. It's typically pretty congested at this hour in the morning, and now your southbound lanes on 95 are what's looking pretty bad. Speeds coming in here as slowly as 17 miles per hour. Not too bad. Be safe out there.
We're following some breaking.
Good morning. Temperatures are reflecting more of an ocean breeze. Boy, it looks beautiful out there, right? Our temperatures are going to be something we talk about first before we do see those storms rolling in. It's 6:45 right now on this Tuesday, so I'd like to call it a terrific Tuesday, at least to start, because then rain chances do go up this afternoon and going into tomorrow as well. So don't forget the rain gear, as we are expecting those showers and storms in place. Our temperatures are in the lower 80s, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Key West, anywhere between about 5 to 3 mile per hour winds this morning. So it's not that we're seeing windy conditions, but it's the wind direction that we're paying attention to, because that's bringing us the warmth and the humidity with our dew points in the mid to upper 70s, Miami, Fort Lauderdale into Key West, making our feels like temperatures in the upper 80s into parts of Broward County, Miami-Dade, and even the 90s for you in the Keys. As for the forecast, grab those sunglasses. You're going to need them. Grab the extra bottle of water. Make sure the kids have plenty of sunblock sunglasses and keep them hydrated for summer camp today before those storms do roll in. Nationally, we do have a system across the nation's midsection, and we are noticing that heat wave continuing across much of the nation. Midwest to the southeast, they're dealing with that possibility of severe weather. Now for us, we have our moisture content moving in from the upper level low over the Atlantic, and that's going to increase our rain chances going into tomorrow. Today is all about the sea breeze driven storm. So with that south breeze turning more to the southwest, that steering component will push the storms towards the metro coastal areas, keeping us with a higher rain chance today than what we've seen since about last week. But That doesn't mean everybody deals with the downpours all at one time. What it does mean, though, is that at least bring us a little break from these heat indices. That'll be anywhere between 100 to 109 degrees today. And then a better chance of storms rolls back into the forecast going into tomorrow. This is all because of that upper level disturbance. That moisture content will be in place at least until Friday. Then we'll start to see some Saharan dust rolling in from the Atlantic, and that will dry us out as we go into the weekend. Today will be our highest chance for the possibility of some flooding out there. As you head to the beach or do some boating, it's going to be a hot one, so make sure you're lathering on the sunblock, the sunglasses, and you have the extra bottled water. Get out there early between now till about noon, maybe even pushing it to about 2 o'clock. Bays will be at a light chop for you in the Keys. The bays will be at a light chop as well if you're doing any boating. So today, enjoy the start of your Tuesday because it's terrific before the storms do roll in this afternoon for some of you.